many so-called life hacks go viral on social media, but which ones actually work? All week long, our experts will be testing them for you and sharing their results. Today, it's the cleaning edition with Sarah Gunn. Sarah, good to see you. Before we start, though, you were supposed to be here with me in studio. What happened?
Well, just like in your household with Sid, Cooper actually tested positive for COVID last week. So I'm just staying home and isolating just to be extra safe.
And Sarah, how's he doing? How's Coop feeling?
Luckily, he's doing really well. He had one day where he was feeling pretty miserable. And then from then on, it was just a lot of Wordle with me on an iPad, snuggled up on the couch.
Not such a bad thing. Okay, we're glad to hear Coop is doing okay and that you guys are safe. Now let's talk TikTok. You have some cleaning hacks we're going to test to see if they are indeed a hack or are they whack, okay? So this sounds a lot like a lot of fun. We're going to start with your first one, which is what?
Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with this. You know, after you have a shower and you get out and you either want to blow dry your hair, put on your makeup, shave, whatever, and your mirror is completely foggy. Well, TikTok has a hack for that. A few, actually. First one I tried, and this is the one that I saw all over TikTok. It's Dawn Power Wash. It's just dish soap, but it's in a spray bottle, so it's really easy to put on. Put it on, and you wipe it off with a cloth. The second one I saw was just any dish soap at all with warm water. Again, apply it with a cloth, wipe it off. And then I just let the shower run to see which one worked well and which one did not. Do you want to take a guess? Okay, hands down, this was the winner. It really did keep the mirror really, really crisp and fresh. I would say that the dish soap mixed with water was the least effective. Like, you couldn't see anything.
Okay, what would you give it as a rating?
We're going to go with the best one.
Yeah.
I would give it like a 7 out of 10 because you're going to have to do it every week or 2 weeks. So it's a little bit of a commitment. But if your mirror's fogging up all the time, I do think it's worth it.
Okay, interesting, because all I do is open the door. I go get my Q-tips. My Q-tips are outside the door. By the time I've cleaned my ears, oh, look at that. The fog is gone. But you can do your version, too. That works, too. Okay, this next
you should
one.
put that one on TikTok.
Right? This next one sounds like something I would never try, mopping your walls. I mean, unless, I don't know, the Queen was coming over. Talk to me about this one.
It's not something that people are going to do every day, but it is a thing on TikTok, a big thing on TikTok. And it's really great because you know what? You can reach really high up and get hard to reach places and cover a large area in a short amount of time. So there's a few things to keep in mind though, okay? First of all, a lot of like the cleaning videos on TikTok, people are mixing different products together. And if they're professional cleaners, they know what they're doing, right? But I don't recommend mixing different cleaning products together. Like for example, if you mix vinegar with bleach, it actually releases toxic vapors. So no matter what you're doing, you want to stick with something simple, but especially when you're dealing with painted surfaces like my cabinets behind me or your walls, just a little bit of dish soap with warm water is fine. And then another thing to keep in mind is, I love this thing, you want a bucket that has 2 compartments because you don't want to be dipping that mop into your soapy water, right? And then rinsing it or squeegeeing it over the same section each time. So you've got your soapy water on this side, and then you're squeezing your dirty water on that side, and that way you're not spreading the dirt all over your walls. This one's from Livman. This was one of those, you know, when you go shopping and then you go for one thing and then you fill your cart?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one of those situations. But I feel like that doesn't count when you're at Costco, right? None of that stuff counts. And then make sure, here we go. I'll put it back up. This is a little awkward on a table, I'm not going to lie. You want to make sure that you squeeze a lot of water out of that mop. I've already wet this one, okay? You want it to be damp and not saturated because you don't want water running down your walls. I'm going to do this behind me. And then you just, like, look how high I could get. I could never get up there without getting on a ladder.
Yeah.
And you just mop your surfaces. And then just make sure that there's no dripping on the walls. You might want to go after it with a microfiber cloth if you see that. And test it first. Like, this isn't great for matte finish paint. You want something with a little bit of a sheen on it to do something like this. It's great for bathrooms because let's be honest, we know what's on those walls. They could use a mop.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, what would you rate this one, Sarah?
I think, you know what, like, let's say you're moving into a new house or something and you just want to give the whole home a refresh. I think this is like a 7 or 8, I think. To do it all the time, I don't know. I don't know that I would do it more than maybe once or twice a year.
It's funny you say that. I was just thinking, yes, when we moved into each of our houses, my mom came and wiped the wall. She would have mopped the walls. So this is actually a really good hack to use if you're in a new space. I'm okay with it. Okay, the next one. We're going to talk about vacuums. You know when you get a vacuum and it usually comes with all kinds of attachments, and then you lose the attachments? Not me, but you guys out there. Okay, fine, I lose them too. So Sarah, talk to me about this hack. What do we do if we lose the vacuum attachments?
Okay, well, you know, sometimes your vacuum just doesn't reach those tight spots, and you're right, you can lose them or break them or whatever happens to them. So apparently TikTok says you can do this. You could use a toilet roll on the end of your vacuum. I don't know. You know what? I saved this one to try it live with you, okay? So let's go. I mean, again, this is a little awkward because it's on a table, but all right. Apparently, you can just stick this in the end of your vacuum. All right, it's already too exhausting for me. Here we go. Okay, and then you squeeze the end. You see how I'm squeezing it to make it narrow? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then let's go. Let's keep it a vacuum.
Is it working? Did it work?
Okay, I was fully prepared for that to fail. This was just filled with rice.
I'm shocked. Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I did not think that that would work. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, but if I'm going to rate it, I'm probably going to give it a 5 because, quite honestly, you could just go grab a broom a lot faster than it takes you to shove a toilet paper roll inside your vacuum cleaner.
Okay, that is fair. And that's the last hack we're going to test today. But I'm really surprised that roll didn't just fly right out of the vacuum. It's so good. And it's nice to know that it's actually a hack and it's not just whack.